usually go out super hot, and then I usually crash and burn.
Do you have any specific thought processes when you're going through the warm-up?
While doing the warm-up, like for the row, I still focus on trying to be as efficient as possible. But I also plan the session ahead, just thinking about what I want to get out of today's session. Just reminding myself of what is the most important part for today and how am I going to achieve my goals for today. He's getting old. He's just a kid compared to me.
Did you see the fish game I was playing? On the row.
You were doing that, were you?
Yeah, the fish game.
So you do that normally?
Yeah, because I think it's so boring to row. So playing the fish game is good, but it usually makes you go a bit harder.
Yeah, okay.
Because you have to
go for it.
Yeah, go higher to take the fish, you know. And Joachim he's the expert. He's the goat of the fish game.
I have to get your score.
Yeah.
That's my son's favorite game these days.
I saw you playing it. Yeah, that's right.
He loves the fish games. He wants to play that all the time. Like one session is 4 minutes.
Oi.
So like it's not enough with one. He wants to do several. Just checking how Ahmed is doing. I'm good when I get under the bar. I just need to get a little more height on the bar because my squat is usually good, but my power is not great.
So that's where we are kind of different.
Yeah.
Because I'm strong, like my pull is very good, but my legs are super weak. You know, I have African legs, not very strong. So I need to try to catch the bar properly in the squat to be able to stand it up. But a pull is always good. But if you overextend on the pull and you're not able to go under fast enough, then the bar will just crash to you, you know? So try to avoid the bar crashing on me is the goal today, I think.
I'm putting on all the equipment.
See, yeah.
I haven't really done a lot of cleans with lifting shoes. It feels like I'm back to my old self.
So you see my lifting shoes, they're not very like, it's not the latest. The latest fashion,
they've been through a lot.
Yeah, my toe is outside here and it's kind of broken here, so it's not very stable, but
it does a job.
It's not about the gear. This is the hardest part for me, to get into a good front rack.
Good front rack.
Have you got good mobility?
No. Terrible mobility, but this one pretty good at.
Front rack, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
I like it to practice being fast with elbows.
Yeah, exactly.
And also catch like in an upright position. for everyone, if they can like have some focus points, I think it's a lot easier and it's a lot more fun to go through technique sessions and progressions for especially lifting and also for strength parts that you know what to work on, and it doesn't really matter about the weight, you just have to get the movements right and try to see progress in that instead of just always having to be progress in weight.
I'm really going to focus on catching the bar like without make it crash on me. So I'm going to try to catch it at the top every time and then drive it down. So that's the main goal for today. Keep your back strong, especially in the slow motion clean. Because if you go slow here and then you lose your back, you have no power left when the pull comes. So I think it's important to like keep your back arched and then finish the pull after you reach your knees.
For me, it always feels heavy from the floor. So it's good for me to accept that it's heavy and then still try to be explosive up here. But sometimes when I feel that it's heavy from the floor, I'm just like, okay, I can't do this because it's too heavy. But I've still made the lift, so I've experienced that even though it feels heavy from the floor, I'm still able to make it. Yeah, good.
So in the slow-mo, I'm able to catch it perfectly. So the squat is easier.
Yeah,
but,
I see that. It looks like you're pulling it maybe a little high or not high, but that you're a little slower at catching it.
Yeah. I think I'm pulling it higher and I'm getting lower. Yeah. So the bar like crashes on me. Yeah. I think I have to try to be patient like here. Yeah. Because that's the height of the bar. Instead of waiting here.
Good. Nice.
That was good.
Yeah.
And then pulls for you are quite important because you mentioned how at the bottom it feels the heaviest.
It's very important. For me, this is something that I've always done with the highest possible quality because I know it's very important for my lifts. If I can catch it, I can usually stand it up in a clean. But it's about pulling it into positions, and that feels really heavy for me. So this is important, and to be able to, I'm not just doing it because it's on the program, but I'm actually like trying to figure out how I can get the most out of my both posterior chain, my quads, and also finish that pull. So there's a lot of technique in a pull, and I think if you're actually focusing on the focus points that you have and how to make it better for you, you will get so much more out of it than just doing it because it's on the program.
Is it also psychological as well as physical, just knowing that pull is smoother?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because it starts on the ground if it's a regular clean, and a lot of things can happen, especially in your mind from the floor up until above the knee. So if I have a little more confidence there, I think it will make me more confident that I can actually finish off the pull and make the clean. Nice. Good.
I calculated wrong, so I'm supposed to have 10 more kilos. I was terrible at math at school. I got like grade 2 or something. So that's why I'm here training and not being a CEO, you know. Yes, I'm not the only one.
Don't get that on camera. My math was good. I still can't get it right.
Okay, let's go. Yes. Wow. Come on. Good.
It's a love-hate relationship with accessories. It usually always come last in the session, so I'm usually very tired. But I know that this is what makes me gonna make me stronger in the end. So I just know if I can put 100% quality and effort into these, they will really pay off, even though I'm tired. So I feel like the accessories has always made me a lot stronger compared to just doing like squats and deadlifts.
Good.
Nice. Session 1 is done. Started with some general warm-up, some specific warm-up, and then we did the skill, clean, and accessories for the legs. So I think it's important to see what part is most important for you. Is it a clean? Maybe you'll do that before the skill. If the skill is most important, do that first. But it's important to have the highest possible quality on the most important part for you. So look through the training day and pick the most important parts for you and do that first in the day or in the session, depending on if you do 1 or 2 sessions. Okay, so we're gonna do some intervals. It's basically work for 1:30-ish. You don't work for the full time. You work for like 15 to 20 seconds, and then you rest for 10 to 15 seconds for 2 stations, and then it's max reps on the 3rd station, and then you rest for 30 seconds. So it's a little complicated, but but a lot of things will happen, and you have such a short rest, so just have to get ready for a new round again. So for the first 2 rounds, it's all about the first 2 movements, it's all about being efficient for the thrusters, chest to bar on the first part, and the dumbbell snatch and the toes to bar on the second part, to use as little energy as possible. And then you have to send it on the ski erg and the burpees. I'm gonna hold a little bit back on the ski erg, especially in the beginning, just to be able to increase amount of calories or at least have the same or increase for each round. For the burpees, that's the last part, so I can push that harder. But I have to win over myself for every single round, so that's the goal for today, to be able to keep the same pace or the same calories and reps, or beat myself for each round.
And do you have a set number in mind then before you start, or is it a matter of the first round and get better?
No, I think I'll go by after like the first round. I'll see, okay, that was okay, and then I can beat that on the second round. But I need to hold back a little bit more than I want to in the first round, because it usually feels good. But then okay, I need to feel good on the 6th round as well. So I have different speed, like different techniques on the burpees. So I will start with like the medium to fast technique, and then I will end with the speedy technique. So I know I can get in a few extra reps.
What are you thinking, Benjamin? You got a game plan?
I'm like kind of a big guy,
Yeah.
so I usually like the ergs. So I need to try to pick up some cals on the first part. And the second part is bar-facing burpees, which is not my best movement. So I just try to keep a pace that doesn't like break me, from the start. So try to capitalize on what you're good at and try to pace it a bit in your weaknesses.
Is that easier for you to do in terms of like stay in your lane when you're in the middle of a workout?
No. I usually go out super hot, and then I usually crash and burn. So that's what I try to avoid this time. Yeah, so I have kind of a sore shoulder, so I'm not able to do the chest to bars and the toes to bar because the keeping movement is kind of painful. So then I have changed out the toes to bar with the GHD. So I'll do the GHD instead of the toes to bar, and then just do 8 or 10 strict pull-ups, just in order to get like the same stimuli on my lats and my bicep, and the same stimuli on the core. So I keep that toes to bar and chest to bar in without actually doing it. think the workout is, as I said, is a nice way to practice a higher pace. But I think it's important to, on the last one, where you want to accumulate as many calories or reps as possible, it's smart to like keep some reps in reserve and not go all out in the start, and try to increase the scores as you go. So, and the first couple of rounds feels pretty okay, but I think you should like try to stay like calm and not go out too hard. So stay calm in the beginning, even though it feels like you can go harder, and save the hard rounds for the 2 or 3 last rounds.
That was a full day of training with the Kriger training. We just started the building block, and so we now have some good strength weightlifting progressions alongside with gymnastic progressions. We have capacity intervals, but we still do some CrossFit specific workouts, both intervals like this and also some workouts. But now it's all about building this solid foundation for the upcoming season. And this was a good day of training. So have fun with it and see you on the next one.